Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nahla, and now I study at Persada Indonesia University (YAI), and now I will presentation my assessment English for academic purpose. The title is the psychodynamic and behavioral approaches. For the first, the psychodynamic approach, the idea that people's aggressiveness might stem from an inherited instinct was taken in a different direction by a famous physician Simon Freud, who began to work about 15 years after the founding of Wundt's laboratory. Freud at first assumed that normal and abnormal behavior and mental processes have a physical cause somewhere in the nervous system. His ideas are foundation of the psychodynamic approach, which holds that all behavior and mental processes reflect constant and mostly unconscious struggles within each person. These struggles involve conflict between the impulse to satisfy instincts or wishes and the restrictions imposed by society. Freud's ideas are critical to understanding of contemporary views of personality, psychological disorder, and treatment. Sigmund Freud established the psychodynamic approach to human behavior and mental processes. In particular, he emphasized the role of instincts as a component of constant unconscious conflicts in the creation and alteration of human personality. Conflict between the impulse to satisfy instincts or wishes, for example, for food, sex, or aggression. From the perspective, a display of violence, for the example, hostility or even anxiety, reflects the breakdown of civilizing defense against the the expression of primitive argues. For the next, the behavior approach. In 1913, while Freud was pursuing his psychodynamic approach and gaining favor among American psychologists, a Harvard psychology professor named John B. Watson published a book called Psychology as a Behaviorist Views It. And it wasn't a good psychologists to ignore mental events and study instead only what they could observe directly. Another Harvard psychologist, P. F. Skinner, spent decades perfecting methods for the functional analysis of behavior, mapping out the details of how rewards and punishments shape, maintain, and change behavior. His work helped explain, for example, how children's unruly behavior is sometimes inadvertently encouraged by the attention it attracts from parents and teachers. And the fifth, Skinner's contribution helped behaviorism maintain in 1950s and 1960 the dominant position in psychological research it had enjoyed in the United States since 1920. Since the 1960, many behaviorists have come to endorse a cognitive behavioral view, which adds the study of reportable mental processes to the traditional behavioral emphasis on overt behavior. B.F. Skinner was the most notable contemporary champion of the behavioral approach to psychology, in spite of his reputation for being interested only in overt behaviors. Skinner recognized that mental events took place and could be important, but argued that they could not be studied directly. Okay, now the exercise. In A, write out the text nouns having TNAs, Xian, Xian, TY, IST. Next, like the example kindness, awareness, badness, strangeness, illness, faithfulness. Xian, mention, persuasion, vision, innovation. Xian, resolution, population, assumption, attention, corruption. TY, certainty, difficulty, faculty, safety. IST, optimist, pianist, artist, dentist, capitalist. For the B, write out of the text adjectives having the endings less, out, I'll, I'll, use, IC, AL, FPUL. Okay, for the first, let's like effortless, careless, homeless, fearless, painless. UOAs, furious, nervous, marvelous, glorious, dangerous. For IAL, facial, artificial, material, official, financial. For the IC, athletic, energetic, prophetic, scientific. Okay. For the AL, mathematical, functional, influential, chemical. Full, useful, painful, blissful, meaningful. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.